Hey guys, how y'all doing? I hope you're doing amazing. I hope life is treating you well. My name is Jess and thank you so much for joining me on this video to my channel. Please excuse the full beat. I've literally just filmed a reel on Instagram for this look. I was going to take it off and tone it down, but I thought, you know what? I'm just going to leave it on. It's basically a rainbow, and I feel like talking about the law of attraction, it's all about rainbows, butterflies, getting everything you want, hopes, dreams, all that jazz. So I thought it's very appropriate for right now. So in today's video, if I can guess by the title, we're going to be talking about, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole of the law of attraction. I feel like when it comes to law of attraction, you really can just go down such a big rabbit hole with it. I know I first did. When I first learned about it, I was like, what the hell? Like, I was trying to get my head around it, and I literally just, I couldn't for ages, and I'd be overthinking things, and I'd be thinking too much into it, and I'd be thinking, oh no, I'm attracting all this stuff into my life that I just don't want. But honestly, like, if you break it down step by step, it really is such an amazing thing. It's so interesting when you actually learn about it. And yeah, so I'm going to be talking about that today. I've actually wrote down a few notes so I don't forget anything. First things first, what is the law of attraction? So the law of attraction is basically how your thoughts become things. So our thoughts are so powerful, and they can actually manifest into anything you want. And the law of attraction basically states that you can get anything you want so long as you believe that it is already yours and it is coming into your life. So the main three rules that I've learned from the law of attraction is, firstly, you ask the universe what you want. So if you have like a goal or a dream that you want to achieve, if you ask the universe what you want, and if you believe that it's gonna happen, you don't worry about the how or anything like that, and then sure as hell the universe, which is the third thing, is going to give that to you and you receive that. Another key thing to remember as well when it comes to ask, believe, receive is you need to act like you've already received it, and you need to be willing to receive what you want to come into your life. I hope this is making sense so far. So basically the law of attraction is basically believing that the universe is just so powerful that it'll just bring anything into your life that you think of and you believe is already yours. The whole of this video is going to sound very woo-woo, and some people might think that you're a bit bonkers when you think about this, but honestly, the amount of people that have used this belief and have achieved so much in their life is unreal. It's absolutely unreal. So I first heard about the law of attraction through Gemma Louise Miles. Don't know if some of you have watched like her YouTube videos, things like that, but a few years ago, probably about 3 or 4 years ago now, I discovered her on YouTube, started watching her, and she started going on about the law of attraction and The Secret. I was so confused. I was like, what is The Secret? What is this big secret that people are going on about, that are able to get anything they want because of this secret? I was so intrigued and just so interested. I wanted to learn more. So she spoke about the book The Secret, which I have right here. So this is the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, and it's just amazing. There's also a film on Netflix about The Secret, but I'd recommend probably reading the book when you first watch The Secret on Netflix. Like, oh my god, it's so cheesy. Yeah, it's very cheesy the way that it's been set out on Netflix, so I definitely recommend reading the book. So the way the law of attraction works is basically everything's energy, everything's a vibration, and if you focus, say if you wanted a new car, let's just give an example. So going back to those 3 steps, if you ask the universe and say, I want a car, you need to get into so much detail about what you want, what type of car you want, what colour you want, anything like that, and you need to believe that you already have that car. So you need to feel all the emotions, and this is when it comes into like the energy and the vibration. So you need to feel like you already own that car, you are driving around in it. And this is another thing that goes into like meditation and things like that, and visualization. So you need to sit down, you can close your eyes, and actually picture yourself holding the wheel of this car that you want. And you need to be open to receiving it as well, and just really well and truly believe that you already have this car. You're feeling all the emotions, you're feeling happy, you feel amazing, on top of the world that you've got this new car, and basically the universe will bring you that car eventually. But it's not just all about materialistic things, it's not about that at all. Like, I literally just threw that as an example. I think a lot of people think with the law of attraction that it's just this woo-woo thing that basically says if you just believe that you've got something, then the universe is going to bring it to you without you putting any hard work or anything at all into it, and that is no. That is not true. The way the universe works is it gives you like intuitive thoughts, intuitive feelings. If you feel like you need to do something, then it is basically the universe telling you, do this, and you're gonna get closer to your dreams, or the car, for instance. I was trying to manifest my car that I've got at the minute. And when I was thinking about it all the time, and I did the whole like meditating and truly believing that I already had this car, I'd see that car everywhere. I'd see people driving the exact colour of my car, the make of my car. I'd see it all the time, all the time. And at the minute, I am actually trying to manifest a new car. I'm seeing that car everywhere. Before, I never used to see this car, ever, like ever. And it's not something I want straight away, but it's something I want to manifest a bit later in my life. But I've got it like on my vision board and things like that. I'm not coming to vision boards in a bit. So since I've done that, I'm seeing this car that I want everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And it's so funny, the other day when I was in work, I saw the car in a car park, and I actually went up to it and I was like looking around at it thinking, oh, isn't my car amazing? Like, isn't it just so good? And I'm so glad that the owner wasn't like round the corner, because it must have thought I was absolute weirdo just staring at their car. But anyway, that's just like a brief example. So a lot of people tend to use the law of attraction on their goals. So if you've got a goal in life, and the main thing about the law of attraction is not worrying about the how, it's not stressing at all, which is what I'm trying to do at the minute, because I have a goal set for me, and I'm trying so hard not to think of like the how or when it's going to happen. It's having patience as well, which personally I don't have a lot of patience, and I'm trying to manifest something, and I need to practice what I preach. So you basically need to trust in the universe, and just trust and believe that this is going to come into your life. So it's all about manifesting the law of attraction. It's manifesting things into reality through the law of attraction, through these high vibes, vibrations, through this energy that you are feeling like you've already got something, and it is just gonna manifest into your reality. I really hope that I'm making sense so far. I really hope I am. So the main thing that's supposed to help you manifest the dream life that you want, or the dream car, just anything like that, like I said, it does not need to be materialistic at all. That was literally just an example. So the main thing is gratitude. Gratitude is so important when it comes to the law of attraction. You need to feel gratitude for what you have already in your life. I know at the minute with everything that's happening in Ukraine, I feel like people that aren't in Ukraine just need to feel so grateful that you're not in that situation, and my heart goes out to everyone in Ukraine. Like the other night I was literally sobbing about it. I think it's like just so sad, and I think it's so important to feel grateful and feel thankful that you're not in that situation, because you definitely, anyone could be in that situation. If you're not, you just need to feel so grateful for that. So the main thing that I've got into is writing out a gratitude list. Now I do this mostly every single day in the morning. It sets your day up so well. Like honestly, you can't even believe it. Like gratitude is so important, and is so key. When I first started writing gratitude lists, when I was learning about the law of attraction and things like that, it's so weird thinking back to it now, because I used to find it so hard to be grateful for things. And I know that sounds so bad now, but I'm just being like open and honest with you guys. I always found it so hard to be grateful for what I had, because I used to think well, I have it. I just have it. And I feel like such a different person now, because if I didn't have those things, the things that I have now, like, how would that make me feel? And it's about little things as well. Like, for example, like all your senses, your eyesight, your hearing, having your hands, having your legs, being able to walk, being able to run. Like, some people do not have those things, and it's so important to feel grateful for those things. Because imagine what your life would be like if you didn't have that. Like, just think about that. And I feel like it's important to think about like little things as well. Like, for example, toothpaste, having a toilet, having toilet roll. Imagine if you didn't have toilet roll. I know I wouldn't be very happy, but do you know what I mean? Like, some people in the world don't even have things, little things like toilet roll and toothpaste. And it's so important just to feel so grateful for that. I can remember when I first started writing out my gratitude lists, I used to find it so hard to think about what I was grateful for. Now, my gratitude list is like 2 pages long, because I can think of so many things that I am grateful for in my life. Even just being alive, like living. Like, how grateful are we to just be alive right now? When you proper go into the law of attraction, you really do realize a lot of things, and I feel like such a different person compared to when I was first learning about the law of attraction. I feel like a better person. I feel like I'm in such a good mindset, such a better mindset than I was when I first started, and I'm like, just, well, like, being grateful. I'm just so grateful that the law of attraction like came into my life, because it honestly has like changed me so much as a person. So the law of attraction, honestly, there's like so many different paths that you can go down when it comes to law of attraction. So a main thing that I do when it comes to manifesting, I do a lot of visualization and meditation. I love meditating, and I just find it so soothing. When I want to manifest things, I usually just type in manifesting meditation 15 minutes, and it really helps you dive in and feel those emotions. Like, when you sat down, you've got your eyes closed and all that lovely music's playing, when you think and feel about what you want in your life and believe that it's already happened, and you're feeling all the emotions that you would feel if you had it, it's so good. I find that so good. But I know some people don't really find meditation works that well, or like struggle to meditate. But personally, like, I just love that. I love it so much. Like, I love me some yoga, some meditation, writing out gratitude lists. It's just, I love it. I just absolutely love it. So with manifesting things, I've got quite a routine in the way I do things now, and I'll show you an example. So when I write down my gratitude list, I have this book right here, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I literally post this all the time. And this is my book that I literally just have all my manifestations in, my gratitude list that I write, and I love this so much. I got this from TK Maxx, and on the front of it just says never stop looking up. And I just love that. I love it so much. I'll just show you a quick example of things. Let's have a look. So the way that I write out my gratitude list and my manifestations is, I've just gone on the page that was the 2nd of the 2nd, 22. Wow. So the way I write it, and some people are going to think I'm absolutely nutter, but so I've got Dear Universe, and I put today I am so grateful for, and then I write down a massive list of all the things that I am grateful for that day. I then go on to affirmations for today. So affirmations is another amazing thing that you can do. It's basically just affirming to yourself how you want to feel, how you feel in that moment. It's so good to do this in the morning, because it just sets you up for the best day ever. Like, you know that song that's called I Am a Woman? I can't think of who it's by, but it's basically like, I am woman, I am fearless, I am sexy, I'm divine. But basically, oh my god, I love that song so much. But that song is full of affirmations. Like, I'm pretty sure she said she's unstoppable, she's fearless, she is a woman, she is powerful, she is sexy, she's divine. All those affirmations are just they're so amazing. So I actually listen to Miracle Mindset, and I'll go on to people that I recommend like listening to and that later on. But Miracle Mindset, they have a podcast, and one of them is all about affirmations, and she literally says them all out, and you're supposed to like repeat them. I did this the other day and I absolutely loved it. So on that day, on the page that I'm on, my affirmations that I put are: all my manifestations are coming true. Money is abundant and is constantly flowing my way. I am strong. I'm going to succeed. I am focused on my goals and I am unstoppable. Like, imagine, like, when you write that in the morning, honestly, it makes you feel amazing, and it does make you feel like you're on top of the world. So I write out all of that, write out my affirmations for the day, and then I go on to the next page, which I'm not going to show you, but I basically write to the universe, and I write down my manifestations of things that haven't happened yet, but you write them in the present tense as if it's already happened. So I've got a lot of goals, like brands that I want to work with, things like that, and I basically write down: dear universe, I am so grateful now that and then you write what you want, and in the present tense as if it's already happened, and then I write at the end of it, like for this one I put: this makes me feel unstoppable. So you write it and write how it makes you feel. And I found, and this is something that I've been doing recently, is when I write out my manifestations, things that I want to manifest that haven't happened yet but are going to happen, wrote them all down, I then go back over and read them out loud, and I put my finger on it and I literally read it and follow it out loud. And this really makes you feel the emotions. It really makes you feel excited, like it is already happened. And sometimes, like, it's so weird, but sometimes I get little bursts of excitement for what's to come in my life, things that I'm manifesting at the minute that I know are going to happen. And sometimes randomly out the blue I'll get these little bursts of excitement, and I take that in so much. Like, when I feel that, I am feeling it, like I'm taking advantage of it, and I'm just feeling all of it. Like, yeah, it's so hard to explain, but emotions and feeling it is so important. It's so important. So I'll just give you a few more examples of things that I wrote down that I've been grateful for. So on this day I wrote down: I'm so grateful for my health, my family's health, Connor, of course, my cousin. So I wrote down on this day that I'm so grateful for my cousin Vicky, absolutely love her. That I'm so grateful that I'm now qualified MUA. I'm so grateful for being alive. Like, come on, that's like the most grateful, that is the biggest thing you can be grateful for, is being alive. So grateful for a roof over my head, food and clean water. That's another thing that loads of people just take for granted, is clean water. The amount of people in the world that don't even have clean water, do you know what I mean? Like, you should feel grateful for having those things. My house, my mum, all the makeup I own, my dog, my duvet keeping me warm at night. Like, that's another little thing as well. Imagine if you didn't have a duvet. Gratitude is just so important, so important. So another tip when it comes to manifesting things is the 369 method. Some of you might have heard about this, but I wrote this the other day. Let me just get an example for you. So on this day I did the 369 method, and I basically wanted to manifest £200, and I did manifest £200. You write down £200, so the thing that you want, you write it down 3 times, and then you write it out 6 times, but you write it as if you're receiving it, like you're open to receiving it and it's coming into your life. And then you write it again 9 times, so 369, you write it again 9 times, and you write it like you've already got it, like you've got it, you've received it, and you're thanking the universe for it. So for example, in the first bit, so on the 1, 2, 3, I wrote £200 3 times because that's what I wanted. Then 6 times I wrote, I'm so grateful that I'm receiving £200 this month. Then 9 times I wrote, I feel so grateful that I've received £200. Thank you, universe. And lo and behold, that month I did manifest £200. I actually won a £100 voucher with Look Fantastic for a Halloween competition that I did, and then another £100 I got when I received a refund off something. So it's not necessarily thinking £200 like cash, like you're just gonna get £200 like that. Like you need to think about other things as well, like getting a refund. Like for me, it was like winning a competition, stuff like that. Think broader and think of other ways that it can come into your life. But yeah, so I would definitely recommend, if you want to start getting into gratitude, manifestations, things like that, definitely recommend getting yourself a book like this, so you can just write down everything like that in this dedicated book. So I feel like a big thing with the law of attraction as well is like knowing where you're going in life, and regardless of what anyone says to you, just knowing that it is going to happen, and it's having that belief. So I have like a main goal at the minute that I just know I'm gonna get to, and I can't wait to like prove people wrong as well with what I want to do. I'm not going to say it because I'm all about like keeping my goals and that to myself. I know where I'm going in life, like I know my path, and I feel like the law of attraction is a lot about that, just knowing where you're going and just knowing that it's going to happen, like regardless of anything, what anyone says, anyone believes, like you know in yourself that it is going to happen. And I feel like having a gut feeling is really important with this as well. So I have such a strong gut feeling that I am going to succeed in what I'm doing at the minute, and I just know that it's gonna take off. I know that the path that I'm going down at the minute is the right one, and yeah, I just believe it so strongly, like so strongly, and I feel like that is literally just like what the law of attraction is all about. I literally just looked at my camera then and it was 11:11, so it's amazing. It's so amazing. So people do actually say that the law of attraction is exactly the same as like the law of gravity. People that believe in it, they absolutely believe in it, and some people just think it's a load of rubbish, like it's not real. But honestly, when you start doing it and when you practice it, it becomes a routine. It just becomes a routine in your life. And have you ever had it before? I know I've had this once, well not even once, a few times. You'll randomly be thinking of something or someone that you've not seen in forever, and then suddenly you'll be out and about walking and you'll see that person, like just randomly, and that basically is like the law of attraction. So what you think, your thoughts become things basically. I think there's 12 laws of the universe, but I haven't actually dove into all of them at the minute. I literally just study like the law of attraction. It's not even studying. When you really become invested in this, it doesn't become a chore. It literally is like your life, your lifestyle, and just the way you think. It's completely different. So moving on to like mindset as well. When you go down the path of the law of attraction, your mindset completely changes, like completely changes. When you start writing down gratitude lists and you start feeling grateful for things, you just feel so much better about everything, like absolutely everything. And you realize like how blessed you are to have certain things in your life, and it just changes your whole perspective on life altogether. So when I was younger, getting a bit deep here, when I was younger I suffered a lot with anxiety, which led on to depression. It was a lot more down the anxiety route of things. So it actually got so bad to the point where I nearly went on to antidepressants. I came to the situation of being prescribed them, and I just thought something was telling me no, just don't do that. So going a bit deeper now, when I was younger, when I was in high school, I was bullied. I was bullied by this girl, and oh my god, I'd never really felt anxiety until that moment that this girl bullied me. It was absolutely horrendous. I felt so anxious going into school. Some days I didn't even go. Some days I actually didn't even go into school because I was so terrified and like so anxious. Like I was shake because I'd be so just anxious going into school basically, and seeing this girl and thinking, what's she gonna say to me? It makes me feel so like, don't bully people. Just don't. Bullying is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, because it really did. Me being bullied in high school really affected me until just about a couple of years ago, to be honest. And I'm 22 now, and this is back when I was in high school and I was like 14, and oh my god, it really affected me. I used to get phone calls off unknown numbers, like, and it'd basically be her calling me, and ever since then, and she'd be like shouting all this stuff at me down the phone. And even now, it's so weird, like even now when I get an unknown number calling me, it takes me back to that time, and it brings up all those like all that anxiety and all that emotion. And it really did affect me for such a long time. And then later on, the anxiety led to me feeling really depressed when I was younger, and it was horrible. And thinking about where I am now compared to where I was then, I wish I could just give my younger self a big hug and just tell her, like, everything will be okay, like you will overcome this and things will get better. And I truly believe that learning about the law of attraction and learning about mindset, being grateful for things, has helped my anxieties, my whole self altogether so much, like so much, to the point where I didn't even realise until this year actually. So last year I did a vision board, and I put on it that I wanted to have a better mindset, and I wanted my mental health to be so much better. I wanted to be free of my anxieties, free of depression. And I only realised this year, when I redid my vision board and put loads of new things on there, it's only then I realised, oh my god, like I've done it. But yeah, I can truly hand on heart say that learning about the law of attraction was the best thing that's like ever happened to me mentally. But yeah, so that was a bit of a deep talk, wasn't it? So going on to like vision boards and things like that, I love a vision board. I absolutely love a vision board. I feel like they're so important. So I have one on the wallpaper on my laptop. You can make them on Canva, so easy. And it's basically having loads of pictures of like your goals, things that like represent your goals. If you've got it, like I've got it on the wallpaper on my laptop, you're seeing it every single day, and you're subconsciously like looking at it and thinking about it without actually thinking about it, if that makes sense, because you're just looking at it. Before you know it, things on it will manifest for you. I promise you that. I promise you they will. So another thing that I love as well is crystals. I absolutely love me some crystals. I've got some crystals up here. So I've got like this little book of crystals that Connor got me, that I saw when I was in Edinburgh, and it's so cute. It's basically got all the crystals and what they mean. So I've got a crystal here, I've got citrine. In fact, I'll grab it for you. So I've got this gorgeous crystal here. As you can see, it is just absolutely beautiful. And I got this when I was in Edinburgh, and I was immediately drawn to this. As soon as I went into the shop, I was just immediately drawn to this, and I knew I had to have it. So this is citrine. So let me just get to citrine on this and tell you what it means. So in this book, it's literally got the picture of the crystal and everything that it means. So for citrine, citrine is a bright and yellow crystal which emits positivity, creativity and light. This crystal is one of abundance and manifestation, attracting prosperity and wealth, and is often referred to as the merchant's or successor's stone. It is also popular with artists for stimulating creativity and imagination. So with my makeup and things like that, like I think that's just so important. And I didn't even realise that citrine have those type of energies. I read about like the different things that it emits, and I just thought, oh, that was so meant to be. This crystal was so meant to be with me. So I don't know about you, but I love a podcast. Like, I absolutely love a podcast. So some of the people that I listen to in regards to law of attraction, in regards to like law of attraction, mindset, things like that, people that I listen to and I recommend is one, Ella Ringrose. Absolutely love her. She's all about like spirituality, law of attraction, manifestation, things like that. She's also got a YouTube channel as well. All of her videos are just amazing, but she's got a podcast. So Manifestation Babe as well, she has a podcast. All these people have like Instagram accounts and things like that, but I really enjoy her podcast as well. Two other ones I absolutely love and I listen to them every single time they release a podcast is Law of Attraction Changed My Life. So she's actually from the UK and I love hers so much. So I discovered her maybe like 4 months ago now, and I love her podcast so much. She's so like down to earth as well, and the way she speaks about things, it's just amazing. She's got lots of tips and tricks on how to like better yourself and things like that. And then one that I've recently discovered and I absolutely love is Miracle Mindset. So there's these two girls that do the podcast and they have like guest speakers on there, and they're just so down to earth, and the way they speak about things, it probably makes you think and realise, oh my god, like yeah it's so weird, but I'd recommend any of those people. So other people that I recommend watching that are very much into law of attraction and things like that is Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins. I just realised they've got the same surname, they're not related though. So Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins, and I think that's it. If you literally type in like mindset videos and TED Talks as well, TED Talks, oh my god, there's so many speakers that go on there that talk about mindset and just attracting anything that you want in your life. I love TED Talks so much because it really makes you believe and know that you literally can do anything that you set your mind to. Like, anything is possible and you can achieve anything you want in life. And if you use the law of attraction to help you get there, I promise you will get there. Like 100%, no questions asked, you will get there. As long as you put the effort in and use those intuitive nudges, I promise you you will get there. So last but not least, so I think I've covered everything that I want to so far. So I've just got a few books here that I want to recommend to you. So the first one is The Secret, of course. If you want to learn like the nitty-gritty and things like that of the law of attraction, then definitely read this book. It just explains everything to you. Or you can watch the film that's on Netflix, it's totally up to you. But definitely just have an open mind when you watch that, because it is a bit cringy, but when you understand it, it becomes like a lot better to watch. So another one as well that I've read is The Rules of Life by Richard Templar. It basically has, every single page has a rule of life that you should follow. So it talks about basically living your best life and the best perspective that you should have. So there's a few steps as well on putting yourself in a better mindset and better situation. Say if you have like an argument with someone, just taking a step back and thinking, how should I approach this right now? And it really dives into little things like that you should live by to make basically your life better. I really recommend this book. I really enjoyed reading this. So another book as well is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I think that's how you pronounce his second name. This book is a lot. To put it bluntly, this book is a lot. I haven't finished this book because I feel like when you read this, you really need to take it in, everything that he speaks about. And I've tried reading this twice now, and I feel like perhaps I'm maybe not ready to really read it and really take it in, because when I read this, I really want to take in every single step of it. It's a lot to take in, but it is a really good book at the same time. So this book basically talks about the power of now. So he speaks about the future doesn't exist. The future is like, we don't have a clue what's happening in the future, and it doesn't exist. It's all about living in the present moment right now. So in regards to the law of attraction, and like I said, acting like you already have everything that you want, like all your goals and things like that. So it's basically just living in the present moment and turning up every single day like you are that person that has already achieved all your goals. And sure as hell, those things are going to manifest to you. If you wake up every single day and act like you've already achieved all your goals, all your dreams, then sure as hell they're going to come to you. So another thing as well with this book, it talks about being the observer, so observing your mind. So going back to like anxiety and things like that, he basically states in the book, if you suddenly have a anxious thought, it's learning to take that step to acknowledge that you're having that thought. And I've tried this before and it works, it bloody works. So when I've had an anxious thought before, I've like just paused for a minute and observed what I'm thinking and why I'm feeling anxious. I might not even know why I'm feeling anxious, but just observe that you're feeling anxious and basically tell yourself to stop. I know that might be a lot to take in, but it's so hard, it's so hard. It's basically being the observer of your thoughts and of your mind, because a lot of the time when you have anxious thoughts and things like that, it's your ego protecting you and making you think a certain way, and it's basically just observing what you're thinking. Most of the time it is your ego that's giving you those anxious thoughts, and just telling yourself stop, you don't need to think that, just stop. And it's so hard to explain, but yeah. But yeah, I definitely recommend this book, but it is very heavy. Just saying that right now. There's literally so many books that I want to read on mindset and the law of attraction. I've actually got a list on my phone, but I'll read some of them out to you. One of the goals for this year that I set myself was I wanted to read more. So I really want to read The Magic, which is a book leading on from The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. That's going to be really good. That's all about like gratitude and things like that. Honestly guys, gratitude is the key thing to manifest the things that you want. If you're grateful for what you have now, then you are going to manifest stuff that you do not have now. So another book that I want to read is Get Rich Lucky Bitch. That's going to be really good. The Miracle Morning, My Beautiful Struggle. That's by oh, what's her name? It's Jordan something. Oh, I can't think of what her name is, but I really want to read that. That's her story. Another book that I want to read is The Mountain Is You. So those are books that are all on my little list here that I want to aim to read this year. I really hope that this video wasn't too confusing for you, and I hope you have a little bit more of an understanding of the law of attraction, and I hope I've inspired you to learn about it as well. I'm so grateful for learning about it, because it's just put me in the best mindset possible, and it's made me the person I am today, and it's made me just such a better person, like such a better person. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, then please feel free to message me and ask, and I'll try my very hardest to answer. If you want to see a little bit more of me, then please go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'll leave my socials down below. I'm active on my Instagram quite a lot. I post on my stories every single day. So yeah, if you want to go give me a follow on there, I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to see more like makeup looks as well, then that is definitely the place you need to be. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and don't forget to like as well. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!